Welcome everyone. It's Thursday, July 6, 2023. I'm Cole Spivey, the host of the Please Subscribe show. And I went on a long jog today. I did exactly 1 hour and 37 minutes, 27 seconds and then 55 milliseconds. So 1 hour, 37 minutes, 1 hour, 37 minutes, 27 seconds and 55 milliseconds. That is how long I jogged. And I always tell people, when you're out in the Texas heat, you're gonna lose that weight fast. It's gonna come off really fast. And I do have a weight gain for muscle, but I am actually doing weight loss. So I got a little weight, a little bit, a couple years ago. Now I'm losing a lot of weight. And by October, I predict to be 170 pounds. And for film, you know, because I'm also an actor, I may lose a little less than that because I'm only 6 foot. And they say that film puts about 20 pounds on you. But always get water. Get plenty of water. You want to be hydrated because it can get you. The heat, the hot water, is not always what you put on. The heat can get you. It gets hot. I mean, their sweat feels like hot water on you, but it can get you. So you want cool water. I put cool water in my water pack. It's okay, kitty. She's coming back. Don't worry, kitty. She's coming back. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you, kitty. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name's Razor. There's Kitty playing under there. Razor likes Kitty. He's gonna play with his paws. Come on, kitty. Ready? There he is. Come on, kitty. Come on. Oh, there he is. Yes, you bird. Look at that kitty. Roll out, little kitty. Yes, you bird. Gotcha. Gotcha. It's okay, kitty. It's alright. Everything's gonna be fine. Got a nice little place, yeah, and it's called you and mine. Yes, we are a good kitty. Yes, you. Come on, kitty. There you go. Oh, there he is. Ooh, look at that kitty. Look at that kitty. Go, kitty, go. Go, kitty, go. Go, kitty, go, kitty, go, kitty. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Let's see where he's at. There's Kitty. Where'd Kitty go? There's Kitty. Where's Kitty? There's Kitty. Where's Kitty? There's Kitty. All right. There's my cat, Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes. That's his full name. He's having some food. Watching a little bit of Adam the Woo over there in Tampa Bay or somewhere. Saying Tampa Bay is secretly in St. Pete. So they're not even in Tampa Bay. He's walking around with some northern guy that says water or something. They're talking about the humidity. We're gonna go out into the heat today. I don't know, it could be 100. I have not checked the weather. I do know the date is a Thursday. June 6th, 2023. So it's summer. It's summer, I know. Secretly January was here. It's not January. It's June. Sorry about that. Just slipped out. But I can talk, my friend, because I was trained by the greatest actors of New York City. True story. This guy right here. True story. Now, we're gonna head out. There's Kitty. Gonna probably go pick up a salad. I went to a virtual court meeting today with Fort Worth Municipal Court to work out a deal, trying to explain to them that I'm kind of the next, possibly, Johnny Knoxville. And I have the First Amendment right,
which is part of the New Liberty Party, because I belong to a party. It's a political party known as the New Liberty Party. And we are going to make it all the way to the White House. We're going to be changing laws. We're going to be restructuring the police. We're going to be helping the poor. We're going to be providing homes for the homeless. We're going to put Biden and Trump and those types of people pretty much in their place to say, look, our country's in trouble. There's people out there that love their cats. And I've decided to step up and help you out. Because what a better king than a king that comes from poor. Because we need to feed the poor in this country because of inflation. And I can tell you there's 3 reasons behind the inflation. I want to talk about this. I made this speech earlier before I turned the camera on. I want to talk about the 3 sources of money. Where money comes from. Money comes from somewhere. And one big source of money in our country is real estate. That's why we have Trump in office. Okay? But when someone keeps pressing on the poor, then they start to abuse their power. We have other money that's coming from pharmaceutical. Now, some say pharmaceutical makes more, and some say real estate makes more. Now, the third flow of money is going to come from all the corporate sectors out there and government money, which Biden needs to step up and start controlling. I see myself as the new Hamilton. I think we're going to go into a society that's going to help the poor, and we are going to equalize things and put a cap on what the rich can actually make. That means you used to be a millionaire, but all of a sudden your money is going to feed the indigenous and people that are suffering and starving today. And that's only fair so that Jesus Christ won't have to pull you out of hell. All right, let's go get our salad. All right, kitty. You have the scratching post so you can sharpen your nails for any rats that might try to show up. There's your cat condo. It's 2-tier. Enjoy it. And the whale shark tunnel. All right, 182,112 miles on the speedometer. We're dealing with 96 degrees Fahrenheit. It is July 6, 2023. We're on our way to Central Market, and welcome to the Please Subscribe show with your host, moi, Cole Spivey. Cole means peace child, and I'm for peace. I'm always for peace. And it means peace child. If you look up the Gaelic version, it's Irish. And Spivey is actually English, and it means a field of wheat. It also means spiffy. One that dresses up. And you can see I've got my little, I guess it's kind of a vest today, so I'm a little spiffy today. And we're headed to Central Market, see what's going on, see what kind of samples they have. It's a really good place, you know. They got samples on jams and jellies and honey and all kinds of wonderful things. Sometimes meat and fajitas and barbecue and yum. Here we go. Danny DeVito. All right, there's Marty Leonard Chapel. Marty Leonard. It was created by Ife Jones in 1920. Well, actually, he was from 1929, but the chapel, I believe, was created probably maybe. You know what? I'm going to find out about that. I don't know when the chapel was created. Ife Jones was born in 1929. He's from Arkansas. He was an architect. He actually won the American Institute Architect Award. It's a pretty big award. We can go into Central Market and get a salad. I didn't notice this, but they got the calorie counts right here. probably gonna put less dressing because it kind of leaks out sometimes. Let me get better containers. A lot of the dressing leaks out, stops up the bag. Doesn't look like they have any samples today. Oh well, maybe they'll have one next time. Salmon fillets, $14.99. Looking good.
There's Mia Angela, and then she did that in 2000, February 17th of 2000. She's a big fan of the show. Now he's gotta wait. It's always better to be patient. See if there's any other kind of reaction, any other type of violent behavior or anything. No, it looks like he's gonna be pretty calm. Nah, he's still flipping out. All right, he's gonna go ahead and run the light. So he's running the light. He's running the red light. Stop running red lights. You ran a red light. Get the license plate. You can actually do this because you can make like a citizen's arrest, but you can't arrest them, but you can get their license plate number. She's also going very fast right next to a school. She ran a red light. You ran a red light! And they're all the way from California right in front of her. Yeah, that's illegal to do. Just to let you know, that's actually against the law to run a red light like that. It's a blue vehicle, so she broke the law. And that fine, that's a pretty big fine to run a red light. Anyway, that's what she did. All because she couldn't be patient for like a few moments. People need to be patient. You learn patience. That's one thing that's wrong with the law today too, is the law needs to learn patience as well as people. Everybody has to learn patience because patience is a virtue. I think it's really cool about Hilton Garden Inn is they offer hospitality and they're really nice. Even stuff like silver forks and stuff like that are really nice. Really nice silverware and things. And this is where we'll be dining. Go ahead and get this salad out. Real fast and get there 8 seconds earlier. So much tries to do that in bed, right? And this is actually... All right, so we got some Diet Coke here. Well, actually zero Coke. Zero Coke. There's a difference between zero Coke and Diet Coke. There's a salad, so we're gonna put it down. It's really about 700 calories, but I'm putting it down for just 1,000, rounding up to 1,000. And then I've got the 1,050, 1,100, and yeah, 1,150. These are roughly 23 calories per cracker, and I just round it up to 50. So I do a lot of rounding up when I do my calorie counts. That way I can have a little less calories and burn more fat. All right, because you got to lower the calories to burn the fat, okay? And sometimes even the protein. So whenever I see someone online or on YouTube that's doing a high protein diet and they're trying to lose weight, I usually find someone else because you have to lower the protein to lose weight. Not a whole lot, you have to do it a little bit. Same thing, you have to cut your fats and your carbs. So instead of having a big sandwich with bread, just have a cracker. And this right here. This is mastery work that I've done for quite a bit of time. I'm gonna do my weigh-in before my birthday coming up here pretty soon. So we're gonna try it out. Got wonderful music going on, and they offered these, plastic ones. I didn't get the silverware. I couldn't find the silverware, but I got an orange, so it's cool too. We'll add that to the calorie count.
extra 80 calories or so. We have this right here. Salt and pepper. Got ourselves just one egg. I'll make sure you can see me. This is for my friends and my foes. My friends see me triumphing and celebrating life. My foes, this is a message to my foes that I'm conquering you. So those that are my enemies get to see me conquer them. And that makes me happy. And I love to be happy. This is okra right here. What's up, Doc? You'll watch my face. Chicken. And not to remember, this is actually pretty good. It's like salami or something. I'll have to look it up next time, man. Really good. What I like also is that in every bathroom in the Hiltons, they have these. So, let me grab these real quick. When you wash your hands, you got yourself a fresh towel. You just leave it there for hospitality. And while you're leaving, you got this cool little boot you get to look at before you walk out the door. And they have an atrium right here. Well, it's not an atrium, it's called a vestibule. But it has an atrium up that way. But it's a vestibule. That's what a room is when you go into one room, like this, before you get to the next room. This is known as the vestibule. You learn something. All right, so I asked the person at the lobby, I said, well, what happens if you check in like after midnight? Because they usually want you to check in, before midnight. And she said, well, like what time? I said, what about you going at 2 or 3 in the morning to check in? You would still have to check out by 12. And also they'd have to check the availability. But it's interesting because some people do, they run late and they have to check in like after midnight. But you have to be out by noon, so you ideally want to check in before midnight. All right, off to DFW Airport. Sam Elliott just kind of jumped in there all of a sudden. I didn't expect that at all. Well, I'm fond of Fort Worth. It's a nice little town. It's grown a lot since Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was here. Yeah, it has grown. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they hung out here with Etta. Etta Place. She was the head of a brothel. Till they decided to run off to Mexico and rob pay vendors. Yeah, they ran off to Mexico. Mexican army killed them. I really don't think America wanted them dead. I think they were kind of heroes. But Mexico did. So the Mexican army killed Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Killed them in a shootout. And they died. That's what they get for going to Mexico.
That's what I always say. Mexico ain't the safest place around.
But Texas, you know,
Gotten a little more exciting than usual.
Well, thank you, Sam Elliott. Thank you for telling me that. Well, so what'd you do today, Sam Elliott?
Well, I woke up, brushed my beard, and I made sure I combed it off real smooth and put some oil on it. And then I got a new toothbrush, and I brushed my teeth, and I went over to my old porch and went out there and talked to my dog Goldie, the little golden retriever I have. And well, I didn't really want to, but I lit up some herb.
Oh, really? Well, you know that my show's highly against smoking marijuana.
Yeah, I know you're all straight edge, Cole. I know times get tough, and it's like, you know, things happen, but it takes the edge off.
Yeah, I've heard that, but hell, you can always just use yoga or meditate.
Yeah, I heard about some of that.
Yeah, you know, you should check out David Lynch's channel. Well, he stopped his vlog on December 16th of 2022, but he used to do all of these little venues and these meetings where he talked about transcendental meditation. It's another way besides, you know, using herb, which is a drug, to calm you down. Why don't you try just breathing and focusing and meditating, kind of like how David Lynch does.
I never thought of that. Transcendental meditation. It sounds like something I might learn to do. Actors, it probably helps them and stuff when they meditate and they calm down and just sit there and look at something. So you just stare at something, or
Yeah, you just pick a point. It can be anything really. Go into a mantra, close your eyes eventually, and David Lynch describes it like this. It's a whole well of opportunity. The whole world opens up. Everything is there. It's an unlimited space of creative endeavor. It just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing. It really works. Everything is scripted, Cole. Everything is scripted.
well, sounds like David Lynch, you know, knows what he's talking about. Meditation and ocean of opportunity or something like that. And then he says something about everything scripted. Well, you know, maybe I'll try it, Cole. Maybe I'll try to meditate, see, rather than wrapping up some marijuana and smoking it. Maybe I'll try to be straight edge for a while. Put that stuff down there. I hear it ain't so good for the lungs anyway.
Yeah, just try straight edge, you know. Billy Corgan does it. He doesn't do any drugs, and look at all his creativity endeavor. Yeah, you can try some coffee or soda or whatever. That keeps me up. You know, there's all these little tiny drugs. This caffeine's not that big of a deal. Yeah, just put that stuff down. It just hurts people, you know. It's a wrong type of influence, Sam. Oh, by the way, thank you, David Lynch, for stepping in and talking about the whole ocean of meditation. And no problem, Cole. Just remember, everything is scripted. Everything is scripted. So what a lot of people don't know is that I've actually been selling since high school. My first official sales position was in high school, going right into college, I think. It was like the summer or something right before college. It was for Cutco knives. I think back then you could spend about $100 to buy their sample knives. It was basically their set of knives. It was in looked like a pizza bag almost. It was like this little nice case bag, and you would, you know, you go there, you knew what each knife would do. So they would teach you the whole spiel of the of the sales pitch. It was about each knife and how the knife was self-sharpening, and they had these scissors that could cut. That's probably why I'm so weird about my scissors, but they had these scissors that were for the kitchen. They were one of the first companies to really bring in the scissors in the kitchen, and they could cut a penny. So you take a penny, you have a penny, and they give you a penny, and then you'd cut their penny until it made a little corkscrew. You're like, look at that, and these are sharp scissors, And the scissor routine was like usually what sold it. And I think the whole package was like $100. And then you had yourself a set of knives. Well, I talked my grandma, or I think it was somebody, to write them a check to get me started. And it was a sales position. It was, commission only. Even back then, I was still a teenager. And I bought the whole package, the whole Cutco thing, everything. I went through the training. Training was like a week long notes, and guy talking about these dreams and these sports cars that he bought and his yacht that he had purchased, and the company is still around, I think. Well, I eventually was confronted by my grandmother, Mimar, who's passed away, rest her soul. And she said, listen, Cole. She's like, Cole, you don't want to show up in people's front door with a bunch of knives. So I figured I better listen to her. But what was funny was years later, it was like, because a lot of famous people have worked for Cutco. And I did. I worked for them. I went out and I only did it for family, though. I went to my friend Rob's house. His dad was still around. His dad's passed away, bless his soul. But he allowed me to come in the kitchen and do a demonstration of the Cutco knives, and take one of his pennies and cut the pennies, and like these knives. And they had this little mayonnaise spreader that you made this little noise, where they taught us to do these things. They taught us to do the mayonnaise spreading noise thing and cut the penny like a corkscrew. Just to show how sharp and how well together, brilliant, put together. They showed you were selling yourself, but they showed the quality of the knives, but they were buying the salesman. Anyway, my grandma didn't really understand it. She didn't want me to do that. So even though she got me started, then she talked me out of it. So I ended up, I think, working for Wendy's or something. I think I had already worked for Wendy's. Yeah, I had already worked for Wendy's. I think I found some other type of summer job. I don't remember what it was. It was something. It was probably a fast food place or something like that. Some people never graduate from that, and that's okay. It's okay. Some people stay in the fast food server industry for the rest of their lives, and that's fine. You see people all over in different fast food places. They're from the ages of 15 all the way to 65, and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it, unless you owe child support. So I've got to figure out a way to make a lot of money. Now, let me explain something about this particular vlog, okay? I have revealed several apps, okay, that I kind of secretly talk about in different ways, so I'm not revealing the company. But I'm going to reveal some of the names, okay? We started with Uber, but I only showed in-between rides with Uber. That was about 4 years ago, and then Uber Eats. And then, of course, Lyft a little bit. I didn't show Lyft a whole lot. Lyft was very weird. Postmates was shown. I think Postmates was just like something I found. My friend from Los Angeles, he's an actor. He had Postmates on his Facebook. It was his Facebook page. So I did Postmates for a while, and then I eventually just got signed up with DoorDash. I didn't do it a whole lot, but I signed up with DoorDash, good to go. Then of course Grubhub was good money, and I think I'm on a waiting list for Shipt, and a waiting list. Excuse me, I just kind of hiccuped. For okay, Shipt is one of them. Instacart, yeah, Instacart's the other company, and I'm on a waiting list for Instacart. Instacart's another one. And I'm also recently have signed up for WAG. I'll put my information right here. So if you live in the Fort Worth area, I'll be happy to take care of your dog, as well as overnight sit for your dog as well too. So I'll put my information in WAG right here. If I didn't, that means I didn't really edit this and I just put it together. So, but you'll find out my information from WAG. I think I go by Jonathan Spivey on that. WAG means I can walk your dog around and you know, stay overnight with your dog and make sure the dog doesn't tear up your house and things like that. It's like dog sitting and dog walking. Haven't really found anybody yet, but my account is open and active. So if you have a dog, get a hold of me. I always think it would be funny because my mom works for American Airlines, and James and Carla have a dog called Hudson. They do a great YouTube show. Their show is so great. I watch it all the time. They're always going to pizza shops. They're actually going to a pizza shop right now called Funzies. It's Hudson's favorite pizza. And I thought it'd be funny if I flew to New York and I could walk Hudson, you know, for, you know, a reasonable price. And if they need me to watch Hudson overnight, then James and Carla could go on a vacation for a few days or whatever, and I'd watch their place. Of course, I just play with all their Legos and hang out with Hudson. But they have a really good channel, and it was just an idea. But I do have WAG. It's for real. And I have done dog sitting before. I did dog sitting when I lived in Maine. My mom and I used to do it. We even dog sitted for this famous sheriff that was out there. He'd flown off to Florida. We watched his house overnight and watched his dog and everything. And even he was a nice guy. I think it was one of the sheriffs of the town. He gave me his recliner, which I ended up hurting my finger on, but right here. But yeah, he gave me his recliner. And it was a nice little recliner I used for a while to watch some movies and stuff like that when I lived in Maine. I ended up getting rid of it, but for some reason I got real mad. And this was before I was going to leave. I wanted to date this Presbyterian that lived out not too far from Waterville. And I punched the back of the recliner and had a piece of wood in it. It caught my knuckle. It was only a mild scratch, but anyway, I've got all these stories that I tell, you know. And I like to go on live streams and also just watch YouTube shows and just listen to people talk, you know, just stories, you know. But anyway, all right, we're gonna head to DFW, and I hope you enjoyed my little show with Sam Elliott and David Lynch, which I think is a great little, you know, bringing in some different characters all in the same room. But all right, we're headed to DFW, and it is true. I am anti-marijuana, so I'm anti-drug. I think the influences of nature. Your influence is natural. You don't need all these chemicals and all this stuff in your body because you become dependent on something that's not natural. You know, we're not naturally built to smoke drugs of any type, not even tobacco. I'm against tobacco, and I every once in a while I'll have a mixed drink. My favorite is Aqua Velva, but every once in a while I'll have a glass of wine, but hardly ever. But I think it does say in the Bible that it's a blessing to have wine, just not too much, you know. And I'm the type of person where, you know, I don't like to get just one taco. I like to eat like 6 tacos, you know. I'm that type of person. We'll be there in a minute. Where a Skylink comes in. There's a Skylink.
They're all the way from California.
There we are on the 2nd floor. And this is it right here. We're right there, right next to this. Maybe a last staircase right here. Straight up this way. all else fails, you always use Tom Hanks, regardless of the politics. The human wins. Really good, great job in Castaway. I think it's one of the all-time great productions. But Terminal's not too bad. This staircase will lead there, right here, to the second floor, and all the way down that way. And one of my favorite numbers, entry 2.